Greg's All Frog here, Let's Play Democracy 3, where we are going to restart our USA campaign after our, shall we say, auspicious beginning. New game, USA. I don't know if maybe this is harder than the standard start or whatever, but we're going to do it. We'll leave everything the same. We're going to play. So, thank you to everyone who has helped comment about these first few videos. We're going to start again. Congratulations, blah, blah, blah. All that looks the same. We're going to begin the term. A couple of things that really I didn't understand until Daniel Greekin, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, explained this in 4. So I had this whole going, let's see, where's the immigration policy, for instance? Citizenship tests. It's going red towards racial tension. And I assumed, incorrectly, that it meant that red means down. Red doesn't always mean down. Red means negative. So racial tension, you want to be low, which means when red is being pumped into it, it actually raises it. So it's bad. So it's like, oh, it's actually the opposite. Fantastic. So if we really wanted to fix this, we would lower this, which would reduce racial tension, because it brings this down. It's very confusing. For changes. So we're going to go into it, and I'm going to show you. So, racial tension, the value over time, right? The higher it is, the worse it is. These things are lowering it. These things are raising it. So if I were to somehow bring, change unemployment, then that would be fine. As a result, this is bringing negativity towards ethnic minorities. It is increasing our chances of vigilante mobs and violent crime. It's not doing anything to the Patriotic Party, which, by the way, I still don't know how I changed parties in the last one. But there you go, the ethnic minorities. So we're going to take a look at this again a little differently. Also, we don't have to do something every quarter. We'll keep that in mind. Okay, let's look at the threats. We have no threats. There is no threat assessment. The Patriot Party, we're at 1.1 million. Fantastic. Love it. Beautiful. I don't know of any way to verify that that is the case. What our actual party name is. Okay, all these people, the public service guy, the religious and the conservatives don't really like me, so the loyalty is a little bit lower. Again, if we want loyal ministers, we have to increase what they want. Obviously, trade unionists, we would like to bring these up a little bit. Right now, the private schools, the way it is set, it's bad for the trade unionists. The private prisons are bad for the trade unionists. The labor laws are bad for the trade unionists. I think the easiest thing to start with is the labor laws, which we can't do. But to raise this up, if we could raise it, we'd want to do something like this. A little more pro-union, right? Maybe. We'd have to see. Productivity would go down. I mean, something here, nice little balanced. That might not be a problem. Right? We'll see about doing that in the future. So it's just a matter of taking a look at what our overall goals are in this thing, and obviously we want more people to like us. So we're going to look at, frankly, straight up, what is everyone like? Well, everyone's mostly concerned by crime, tobacco tax, internet crime. We just don't like crime. Crime affects, quote-unquote, everyone. So let's take a look at our ministers again. We want to see what they like. Liberals and youth, poor and state employees, ethnic minorities and capitalists, trade unionists and farmers, religious and conservatives, self-employed environmentalists, motorists and liberals. Nothing repeats but liberal. That makes it a challenge. See, if we had a cabinet that had similar backing groups, granted, we might lose some backing from other groups, but it would be easier to control as a cabinet because we could just make those groups happier. That's tough. I think our first order of business is to try to bring up the trade unionists. And I think one of the ways that we could do that, unemployment, anything red is negatively affecting this. So we want to build some things up. I think we're going to spend some money on road building. I think roads are good. It gets us jobs. The environmentalists won't like us. There'll be some more traffic congestion, but this gets us jobs. So we're going to do that first. I think one of the other things we're going to do is we're going to have a deficit because I did that. We're going to take a look at some of our tax policies here. All right, the sales tax is negatively affecting everybody. If we lowered the sales tax, more people would like it, obviously. And it would help decrease poverty. The problem is, nobody likes the sales tax. Maybe we just get rid of sales tax. We can't this quarter, but maybe that's something we just do. Forget sales tax. We don't need that kind of money. What does it bring in? Only $245 billion. Wow. Yeah, we can't get rid of the sales tax. But maybe you can lower the sales tax and raise the petrol tax. You know what I mean? It's tough to say, really, what we could do with all that. Let's take a look here. It's the first turn. You know what? We've done our one thing that we're going to do. Let's play a little bit. We're going to run a deficit, obviously. We've got a child labor law, right? We're going to criminalize child labor. We don't need child laborists. We're triple B. That's fine. The Traditional Values Alliance doesn't like us. It's okay. We're up to 11%. The economy is doing well, and we're trustworthy loyals. Our loyalty is trustworthy. Okay. So you can see we've gained with the farmers, we've gained with the liberals. We really want to bring these trade unionists up. What's the problem with the private prisons? You need to spend more to get the trade unionists out? No, that's worse. They don't want private prisons. What if we got rid of private prisons? I wish it would, like, tell us. Is that the same as setting it to none? Probably not exactly. So it says, rather than directly control and manage a state prison service, this policy allows prisons to be privately owned and managed and merely paid for by the state. Private prisons could result in lower costs and higher efficiency. These measures will be unpopular with trade unionists. Liberals will have ethical concerns, but still be pleased if spending is high enough to promote rehabilitation, which we're not going to do. I think we just get rid of it completely. Yes, no more private prisons. Liberals are going to like that. Police force is not lowering crime like I thought it had been. So maybe we need to change our police force. Every government needs to employ a police force to ensure order is kept and laws are obeyed, but it's a matter of debate exactly how much should be spent on police. Some favor a large force with police on every corner. Others prefer a more low-key and tolerant approach. Let's raise it up a little bit. We'll go up into the high levels. That will have a negative effect on crime and violent crime, which is good. Conservatives and state employees will like us more. The state employee membership will rise. State employees' income will fall, apparently, which is very strange. Unemployment will be curbed by that, and antisocial behavior will go down. But let's just do that. A little smidgen there. And that's one minister doing two things. Let's improve our schooling. All right, right now we're neutral for the we can't raise it because that's what I need to do. So we're gonna forget about that one for now. Well, we need to get some food standards maybe. High costs though. It only costs 2 to raise or lower. Because the impact is minimal. See that? It's barely anything. I don't know if I'd like raising the food price all that much. You know what? Let's move it up a smidge. And I've got 24 left to play with here. It'd be really nice to get some of these problems down. That's way too complicated. The environment is going yellow, which is helping pollution issues. Should be going down, right? Or the environment is green, so it's continually raising this, which is bad. So the environment is causing us problems. Car usage is lowering the environment. The GDP is lowering the environment. Hybrid cars raises it, pollution controls raise it. Enact some pollution controls? It's negative on the GDP though. Yeah, that's real bad for the GDP. I don't know how I feel about that one. Let's check out the threats. Security effectiveness is ineffective. Oh, I see. We'd have to get some of these in. What if we enacted CCTV? How pissed would everybody be? That's not what I meant to click. I can't even do CCTV. 28 capital. Wow. Honestly, the populace doesn't really mind it. Let's save up for some CCTV cameras next. There's an urgent question that requires your immediate attention. Debt protection, debt collection agencies. Let's limit their activities. Loyal but not trustworthy. That's okay. Education has gone up. That's good. Liberals, trade unionists, parents, conservatives. That's all good that those groups are going up. Let's enact the CCTV. We're going to implement CCTV cameras. We're watching you, buddy. It's free to do things right now. Liberals really don't like this, which is, you know, not something we want to go against. If we do this, we should be able to see better issues going on. Won't be as good as this, obviously, but we don't really want to piss off the liberals too much. We'll start it right here. So now we need to do something else that the liberals are going to like. Or maybe mess with creationism? Nope, can't do that. How much capital do I have? 20. So we can do some things. Gated communities. Liberals don't like them. If we bring that down, can't affect a positive change with the liberals there, so forget that. I'm really only interested if we can flip it. Citizenship tests. It's already pretty low. Again, I can't flip them. They don't like the tests at all. I can't cancel it, so forget that. Border controls. Can we increase the... It's negative, but it's not as bad. I don't know if I want to spend 13 for that, though. Military spending, obviously, will overwhelming force. The liberals are always going to hate that. Yeah, that's not going to happen. We're the United States. We have to have overwhelming force. Yeah, let's gain some liberal support with this. We will increase our foreign aid here. I like that. We still have a surplus, which blows my mind. I'd love to have the space program go a little more. It has a negative effect on unemployment, which is good. Or is that bad? It doesn't have a negative effect on unemployment. It lowers unemployment. Unemployment being lowered is good. Right. That can't be. Oh, that is. That makes sense, because all these things... Yeah, all these things are okay, yeah, that makes sense. What's wrong with the GDP? Why can't we get this a little higher? The crime is so bad. There's a skills shortage. Oh, talk to me about this. Technology, if we could build our education higher. Alright, let's do some education spending. I don't like school vouchers. I can't change this. I want to lower poverty and unemployment, so we want to change this next time. So we're going to raise this. It's going to take 18 influence. Let's just go on to the next turn then. There's a stress epidemic. People are working too hard. Okay, that's fine. 30% though, that's good. That's right, we're about where everything started to fall apart last time. Let's go into the security briefing here. Membership in all these groups has dropped. That's good. The Patriotic Party, which I thought was my party, has gone away. At least they're not violent. CCTV camera is about 37% effective. Okay. The poor have like me more now. Is what it is. State schools? That's school vouchers. State schools. State schools? State schools. Excellent. We're going to raise these bad boys up. Give them... I'm going to go to modern textbooks, I think. Okay. You really got to try and focus on one problem, I think. Road building. That could help reduce unemployment. Biofuel subsidies are fine right now. Rail subsidies could help reduce unemployment. Let's increase some rail subsidies. Yeah, you know what though, at 10? I don't know if that's worth it. I feel like we need to raise a little bit of a tax here. And we're going to raise the petrol tax. We're going to let the motorheads not like me as much. Oh, I can't. I don't have the capital for that. Hi. I'm slowly running the country into the ground. I did buy you cake. This is true. Yeah. Okay, I'll be down after this one. Let's talk about pollution controls. Everybody likes it when I raise pollution. It costs me money though. Only millions of dollars. Millions of dollars is practically nothing. Yeah, but see how it doesn't really affect anything? That's why the capital is so low. It brings the GDP down. I don't know if I like that. Let's just raise it a smidge. Alright, and we'll move on to the next one. So we've been in government for a year. There's an urgent policy question. A law has been proposed to regulate the fat content and nutritional value of food sold to children, including food sold in fast food restaurants and, of course, food served in schools. This is likely to incur costs for the food retailers. I can leave the law unchanged, because I can't interfere with the free market. It's the state interfering in people's lives. If kids want to eat fatty junk food and parents don't mind, then who are the politicians to tell them not to eat hamburgers? Or you can regulate them because obesity is a major problem, which has a severe impact on people's health. Marketing unhealthy food to people at such an early age is unacceptable, and we should pass the law now to safeguard the future. We're going to do that, because I'm going to piss people off. We're at 34%. We're still fine there. Crime is going down. This is excellent. And we have loyal cabinet members. Let's take a look at the cabinet right now. Liberals and youth. Poor and state employees. This is good. This is mostly good. The trade unionists are one of our weak links right now. And then environmental, motorists, liberists. Yeah, we just have... Our cabinet is too diverse. And the only thing we could directly deal with is this. So let's deal with this. Let's make a more balanced atmosphere here. And apply our changes. Doesn't leave us with a lot of capital, but it's okay. I think that's our big change. Let's take a look at the threats. Nobody's trying to kill us, so that's good. Oh, we are getting some people down in here. I want to try and take a look at this next. We possibly can, because this influences a lot of stuff. We want to try and lower this, which means we have to get foreign relations to be better and poverty to be better. Increase foreign relations. What's going towards it? The only thing going towards it is CO2 emissions and foreign aid. We could raise some foreign aid. Let's raise some foreign aid. Get better foreign relations and have the ethnic minorities like us a bit more. How much of a deficit are we running? 23 billion. That's all right. Vigilante mobs are now at an end. There are no longer vigilante mobs on our streets, and people are trusting the authorities and enforce law and order. That's fantastic. And for urgent information about freedom of information. There have been calls for a law to increase the availability of information held on databases about citizens without their knowledge. These include the records held by private medical companies, insurance companies, and debt collection agencies, as well as information by the government departments. We can reject the proposal because nobody likes the idea of the government holding information about them, but in some circumstances this needs to be done. The government isn't out to spy on everyone, but passing this law will just make it harder for the intelligence services to keep a watch on serious criminals and terrorists. It will also affect a large number of businesses who have customer databases who will be swamped with yet more bureaucracy. Or we could propose the Freedom Act because it's essential that we have this law passed, as it's one of the checks and balances required in any truly free society. The average law-abiding citizen should not be spied on or monitored by multinational corporations with computer databases, and the potential for abuse by government agencies as the citizens cannot view what data is being stored is huge. Well, you know what? too bad. We still have loyal government members. We're up to 44%. That's good. Crime lowered. Health is rising. Good things are happening here overall. Conservatives, parents, and the trade unionists like us a little bit more. The liberals don't. There's a lot of stuff going on that liberals don't like right now, which is kind of a problem, but there's not a lot we could do about that. They would rather us limit. I'm assuming they don't want it limited. Nobody wants it limited. Except the self-employed. Automated stock markets trading software exploits minute movements and short-term patterns in the market, yielding the higher volatility and instability. Stock market crashes can be prevented by limiting the abilities of automated trading. Yeah, I'm okay with this. That will help all. The conservatives won't like us as much, but they like us, period, so that's fine. A little yellow never hurt anybody. I love that. Vigilantes being gone. Cybercrime. How can we get rid of cybercrime? Technology is really starting killing internet crime. What causes technological rises? Everything is causing technology to go up, which ultimately is probably better. It's driving the skills shortage, though. Do we want the skills shortage high? No, we want it low. So how do we lower it? We build education better. We bring down technology. I don't like that. We bring up immigration. Well, immigration being higher overall is a good thing, because then the racial relations won't be as bad. Where's immigration? There it is. So how do we bring immigration up? Citizenship tests and border control. Can't touch border control. Can't cancel this, but we could lower these to almost no reason at all. It will... Ooh, it will cause more racial tension? Really? Let's look at racial tension again. Do I have this backwards? These things lower it, which is good. These things raise it. How will citizenship tests? I think this is exactly what we were talking about with Dan. Patriots would like it if we had maximum. That's obvious. Yeah, we want to lower it to reduce racial... I'm so confused. I'm not going to do that until Dan can weigh in again, because that one just is blowing my mind. I have that backwards somehow. Okay, well, I'm at the point where I'm going to click the next button, but I'm not going to click the next button, because when you click the next button, that's when all the fun stuff happens. And we want to see that at the beginning of the next video, rather than at the end of this video. So we're going to call it right here. Thank you so much for the tips, Dan, in this restart of the USA campaign. If you have more, keep them coming. And anybody else who would like to comment, do understand I read all these comments and take them to heart, because I would like to get better at this game. So give me all of the information that you can, because I will take it and run with it. Thank you so much for watching this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel to stay updated to everything that happens. Until next time, cheers.